Good morning, everyone, and welcome again to the final episode, probably, of our deep dive of Final Fantasy XIII. So we last left off near the very end of the game here, and I played a little bit off screen to get us through what is essentially the final dungeon. There were a couple cutscenes, mostly developing Snow being Snow and checking in on all the people we left back on Cocoon since we vanished onto Pulse, but nothing that vastly changes the way that the story works. And so by where we're stopping here, we're probably going to see the end of the game. And I think before we do that, let's give you a little sample of how to beat these adamantises, because it's not exactly a secret how to do so. It's in fact very, very simple. All you need to do is have Vanille and have her know death, and you can do this. So, these guys, very scary. They basically kill you immediately if you try to take them on normally. Whoops, that's the wrong thing to do first. So, summon. And you want to skip cutscenes, go into Gestalt mode, skip more cutscenes, use your ult, and bam! Adamantis is on the ground. Look at all that no damage dealt. Awesome. Good job, Vanille. And then we switch, and we just spam death on it until it dies. And maybe it won't die. There's actually a pretty low chance of death actually killing it here. But it stays down for quite a long time, so you get quite a few shots at it. And the benefit is, if, it doesn't work, and it actually stands up again and you die, all you do then is hit the retry, get all your TP back, and try again. It's basically no risk there. I do find that the chance of staggering it is higher when there's... the chance of deathing it is higher when they're staggered, so... Switch there to Relentless Assault to try and move things along. And now Lightning will take us over there. There we go. Do it, Vanille. No! Ooh, this is looking bad for us. And... nope. Oh, we're running out of time. Oh, he's standing up. I get one last shot at it. Come on, do it! Nope, and watch us die. Ooh, nice. 11,000 damage. And there's the retry. So if you do manage to kill it, you get a, do I actually have the TP? Yeah, I actually use the Aether. Whatever. It's not like we don't have a lot of them. So when you actually do manage to kill them, you get a decent chunk of CP, a chance to get, a Platinum Ingot that you can sell for a bunch of money, and it just moves you along, crafting things real fast. But we don't have time for that. We're moving towards the end of the game. No, thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Machine Gunman. Oh, two of those guys. That's not going to be good. So yeah, the cutscenes we missed is good old Rosh, the commander of Psycom, tried to fight us in his little Proudclad. A good old reference to the Proudclad from Final Fantasy VII, where you fought the military commander near the end of the game, just in this giant machine. And it is a fairly tough fight, but, the scene isn't all that important for understanding what's going on in the game, and it really serves as a way to establish the idea that what everyone's thinking about right now is the idea that you as a... oh gosh. Oh, don't kill Vanille, please. The main theme that everyone seems to be following is the idea that humans should be deciding what they do with their life, not the fal'Cie, not... And so, the thing that Lightning often shouts when she's in here is the idea that you control your own fate. And nowhere is that more... oh boy. And nowhere is that more relevant when you're deciding to rebel against the fal'Cie and do what you think is right. And though Lightning and Snow want to work together with Rosh to try and protect them, he doesn't trust them, and as a result they fight. even though they both technically believe in the same thing. It's very tragic. Excellent. And so yeah, I stopped because if I remember correctly, it's right around here that the game starts getting real. Basically, the end of it all. Snow had very recently run back into the Nora people, his band of kids that he basically was friends with back when he was on Cocoon. Hope tried to get along with them, but it was really awkward because Hope's an awkward boy, and it didn't go very well. Oh look, it's a bunch of scared civilians. Don't worry, we're not Lassie or anything. Despite the fact that you probably all saw us on all of these propaganda news outlets that are all over the place. And that's something... Ooh, the Mistletoe. Probably no good, but... Yeah, no good. Why would I want my characters to be stronger when allies are dead? I'm immediately going to try and resurrect them. Yeah, it's just a minor plot thing that there's no reason why they should not recognize the Lassie, given all the propaganda and pulse fear that the Sanctum has been like specifically fostering and showing pictures of them all over the place. They should be notoriously recognizable. And yet all these civilians in the pulse attack just don't recognize them for some reason.
So this is the heart of Cocoon.
But whatever.
That's where Eden sits, controlling all of the other Cocoon Fal'Cie.
Let's go towards it.
It's also where we'll find Orphan, the battery that keeps Eden running.
Good to know. So what's the plan?
Your usual plan. Charge in through the front door. What else?
Right, the front. Hey, where are you going?
Wait, you weren't being sarcastic?
What is wrong?
Ooh, this looks challenging. Q-Sass saying, I'm too old for this shit. Oh, who's... Oh, this is bad. I thought that was backup, but this is just more pulse arc stuff.
I hope that's our backup.
Well, if it is, I don't think our backup is happy to see us.
It's funny because it's a pretty good representation of what's going on. The chest back there?
Oh, look at you.
Nope. Okay. No, thank you. Nope, I'm just gonna try and go around you. I wouldn't like to. Okay, thank you. Made it. And run by you. No thanks. No thanks. Oh, I don't want to fight you guys. No thanks. It's like playing Crisis Core all over again, where you just run near the wall of things to avoid random encounters. Because you reach a point where, yeah, leveling up is good, but I've done enough stuff on the side, and I've actually killed 1 or 2 Adamantros off screen, such that I really don't need it.
Okay, what are they up to?
Oh. Again, wrecked, that's what's up.
See? All of them? Just like that?
A friendly reminder we're running on borrowed time.
Yeah, I feel like that scene explains itself. In case you forgot the whole Lassie, you gotta do it, here's an interesting thing. Essentially what happened, and you can read it in the data log, and I should probably close that window, because those trucks can be loud sometimes. So essentially what happened is the Eden Fal'Cie essentially made them Lassie and gave them no focus, so as a result they immediately failed to accomplish their focus and became Seath. It's kind of like a real cheap trick to make them defend you by basically turning them into these dangerous Seath, because these are probably more dangerous than newly found Lassie. No time to get your Lassie powers develop. They didn't have time to develop that Crystarium or anything. Oops. Forgot. Oh, crap. Forgot how much getting Thundaga ruins your layout of your Ravager screen. That's probably one of the big things of this game that if I remember correctly, once again is solved in Final Fantasy 13-2 is the ability to... Oh, this is gonna hurt. Is the ability to rearrange your abilities menu as you see fit. Because yeah, having Thundaga just in the middle of there, getting in the way so I can't just mash down and get all those abilities out is kind of annoying. You weak to anything in particular? Nope. Do it, Fang. Ah! We're done. Oh, it's not even worth the time to kill them. Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna go right around you. No thanks. How did this thing get there? I thought the pulse guys were way back where. Alright then. We'll just sneak right by all of you slow-moving obstacles. Which from an... Oh, there's a chest here. That's a shame. Oh boy. Which from like a tactical perspective, if they kind of knew that, outside of the bounds of the way this game works, if Lenning and company could just run by these slow-moving golems, then your defensive plan really, really failed. Wait, is this the Proudclad?
Looks like no one was spared.
Yeah, the trip looks like the Proudclad. It's been a week.
Really wants us dead.
Yeah. We're gonna find out pretty soon. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Don't blast the Muons at me. Oh yeah, this is the Proudclad. Well, what do you know? You're immune to debuffs, aren't you? Just gonna make this hard. I'd prefer it if you didn't. I really would. Still immune to debuffs? Yes, you are. Well, in that case... Oh, you can get launched, though. Well, that's just too bad for you, because now you're just gonna get juggled. And there's Lightning saying, I'm no one's slave, to really drive home the, I do what I want. Alright, now he's just gonna be a jerk. Keep him juggled. Smack. I guess that counts as launching. Come on, do it. Oh, I didn't get the smite. Oh, yeah, I did. Good enough. Ah, more Muon blasters coming my way. Ooh, that actually hurt. Save us, Vanille. Okay, fine, I'll save us. There. All good? Oh, this is bad. Oh, no, this is good. Are you gonna do the thing where you laser beam us to death again? Okay. Yeah, you are. I'd like it if you stopped, actually. Oh, he's charging. Oh, that's bad. Oh, please. Please, no. Ow. So yeah, this is kind of like exactly the same fight we did earlier at this point. Which makes sense, since there hasn't really been a whole lot of leveling you could have done between the two, so... Alright, build it up. Ah, look at that stegometer fly. Let's do it again. Haha! Now you're taking a lot of damage. Oh gosh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. You're gonna start. Smite him. Good. That's what we wanted to do. Oh no. Onto the defense. He's just gonna do this until we die. Ow. Ow. Could you not, please? Yeah, we've seen the boss do something called retaliatory strike. Usually it means stop attacking him and focus on the defense. In this case, no difference. Oh, this is bad. He's at 90%. Alright, what craziness are you gonna do to us now that you've charged? No thanks. Oh, that's it? Oh wait, no, there it is. Yeah, that hurt. Luckily, the existence of Essential means we all just take less damage. Okay, but like, oh god. You're just gonna keep doing that, aren't you? Oh god. We don't really have a solution to this, do we? He's gonna get laser beamed until we lose. Well, actually, it seems like the solution is only let them hit Fang? Oh boy. They're sure making this hard. Yeah, do it. Oh wait, hold on, you regenerated? Have you regenerated? That's weird. Oh. Okay, I guess we're back up to here. That's weird. If you noticed when the boss started to increase its HP, let me know, because I don't remember this boss being quite so hard. That being said, I usually do a lot more. I think the first two times I did this, I did a lot more farming in between the two, so it would have been just less of a challenge as a result of your characters being higher level. Oh yeah, he does seem to be healing as he hurts us. Oh no, that's cure's going on us. Never mind. Build it up. Let's build it up all the way this time. There. Take it out, Vanille. Oh, that hurts so much. Oh, we're not gonna get a smite out, are we? Oh, there we go. Max damage. And now it's going to kill us. And I'm dead. Oh, no I'm not. Almost. Gosh. How are you supposed to do this without Combat Clinic? Quite honestly. I guess having Vanille in the party is a bit bad for this boss because he is immune to debuffs, so bringing both of the saboteurs is not super helpful on this boss, when instead I could be buffing us with... oh boy. I could be buffing us with Hope. Which seems like the better party scenario in here, but you know, I have 700,000 CP of unused experience points on those two, so... and I'm going to reset your stagger, which is frustrating. Oh good, I'm not getting laser beamed. Well, that just makes the healing job that much easier. Oh boy, that hurts Vanille. But at least we're spread out enough that he can't hit all of us with that laser beam. Which is kind of like the... it's kind of cool that the game works that way in the Chrono Trigger kind of capacity, wherein... oh, this is bad. wherein the physical positioning of you and your party can make a huge difference on how much damage you're actually taking when bosses attack you. And because you have a very limited capacity to actually influence that yourself, it's very difficult for you as a player to exploit it. It's more of a happy accident as a result of, boy, gosh, that hurts so much. It's more of a happy accident as a result of where you just happen to end up as a result of the operation of combat. Ow. Please stop laser beaming me. I'd really appreciate it if you did not laser beam me. Alright, keep us up, Vanille. I think I need to just be a little bit more aggressive. I can maybe kill him this stagger. Watch that stagger gauge fly. And as a result of using Armor of One, I immediately get to do it again. Yeah, that hurts, doesn't it? Go. And not. Screwed up. Nope. Oh, don't die. Please don't die. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Please save me, Vanille. Oh boy. Oh, I'm not dead yet. Oh, I'm not dead yet. I think I was down to like 11 HP there, though. Okay. You seem to be having a good time now. Now you're gonna get onto the ground, and it's gonna be really annoying for me. No, don't do that. Yeah, we get it. You're gonna shoot some laser beams at us now. Oh, okay. At least you opened with this one instead of doing it when I'm almost dead. Just in time. Great if you healed yourself, Vanille. There we go. No, don't run into the laser beams, Fang. Run away from the laser beams. Easy. Come on. Keep yourself up so we can stagger. Are you kidding me? Oh, there we go. But it unstaggered himself. Well, what do you know? Isn't that just the most frustrating thing? Even if you get the stagger, he's still... Well, maybe it's because I was just a bit too slow. Ah, well. You won't survive this next stagger. And that's kind of the thing that they got a little bit better at boss development after they started developing Final Fantasy XIV is this boss has been the same ever since the first stagger. Like, he hasn't really advanced in any meaningful way after he got rid of his limiters and started just being annoying. What they really need to do, and they started doing in a lot of other Final Fantasy games, is make them change near the end. So really the hardest thing to do is beat them during their last phase. And Final Fantasy XII did this to a certain extent when bosses had like the last stand perk, wherein they'd only take a very small amount of damage in the last 25% of their life and start doing a lot more. But that just meant that you had to finish them off by doing your quickenings. Because if you do your quickenings well, you can pretty much always do a quarter of their life in damage. Heat up, Rosh.
Rush, it's over.
One of my soldiers.
Yeah, that wasn't us.
I see.
Why are you doing this, Rush? I mean, haven't you done enough?
Enough. Under Fal'Cie orders, I've orchestrated mass murder, all to answer the fears of a panicked populace. For a people utterly dependent on the Fal'Cie, it was the only solution I could offer, even if that solution was a farce.
Then, you knew the Fal'Cie were using us?
I believed their rule was best for Cocoon's present and future prosperity. But it seems I misjudged their benevolence. If this is my punishment, I accept it.
Similar to
So,
Cid
you're
Reigns,
just gonna let everything go to hell, is that it?
this is a character
Right.
that this game does. This is something that the game does too often. It has really interesting characters that have very interesting stories,
This is
and you don't get to see any of it. You just get a little thing right before you never see them again, them talking about what they were doing the whole time.
Psychom and Guardian Corps units. Suspend L'Cie operations. I repeat, suspend L'Cie operations. All units should focus their efforts on evacuating the civilian population. I do not issue this order as an absolute. You are free to make the choice.
Rush!
Go. You're here to save Cocoon, aren't you? Or was that a farce as well?
No, Snow needs to be a big dang hero.
Stay alive. We'll see you when it's over.
Oh, that sounds like a collapsed lung. I'm not sure the stay alive isn't going to be something he can do. Vanille's like, I could probably cure that. It's like, nope, no time. Oh, this will also get in the way of this staying alive thing. What a shame.
Trust in your humanity, L'Cie. The fate of Cocoon is in your hands. This is my end. The end which I have chosen.
There's that theme again. So the ending sequence of the game is actually very good at closing things up. It's unfortunate that it wasn't so great at opening those things up in the first place. So a lot of these scenes that could be much more impactful and have a lot more meaning end up just being a little bit, falling just a little bit short. Yeah, let's get that commander roll level up, even though I hardly use it. This one, however, use all the time. And we are done. No new abilities? Well, that's a shame. Edit gets one, though. What do we learn? Oh, we're not going to get there before the end of it all. Alright, then. You have an accessory to get, though. Oh gosh. Some of my... As you can see now that I'm doing the Crystarium on camera, I kind of rushed through to get people's limit breaks, and they ended up a bit underpowered as a result, it seems like. And now we're alleviating that just before the end of the game. Perfect. Level 4 and everything. Yeah, let's get that HP. It makes it less likely to... since that's the only defensive stat. There. Everyone's level 4, and that's what's most important. Oh, gosh. Guess everyone just wants to get Stopka. Fine. Oh, boy. And there we go. Now Fang no longer has the lowest HP out of all of us. Isn't that good? Doesn't that make our job so much easier? And we definitely need these upgrades because the last boss is not easy. Can't believe we've been on 2 accessories this whole time. What have I been doing? Random instant change. Well, what do you know? Not sure how I unlocked that, but yeah, let's keep it. Maybe there's something else that can get that. Oh, it's probably because I have the Venus Gospel. Oh, that's probably a little bit better than Victory TP charge. Alright. Get some last boss text going. And it is going to be a doozy. I have a feeling I'll definitely want to use some shrouds when I know it's coming. Yes, let's go to Eden Hall. It's interesting that paradoxically the best and worst shroud is the Deceptisol because instantly staggering all your foes is quite... well, sure, I just saved twice right beforehand. Why not save again? Why would they even give you that... well, yeah, I suppose. Oh, yeah, because we can use this to get back to... I think we can use this place to get back to Pulse if we want to. Oh, I don't remember this area at all. But welcome to Chapter 13, the end of the game.
If they made it this far, we'll see him soon enough.
Wrecked and Odyssey just can't beat Falsi because they just do this. Nerf, please.
Not them too. They're all Seath.
Well, that was just a bunch of religious imagery. Church being destroyed. Oh, now I remember this area. We're not quite at the last boss territory yet. The Nascent Throne. This is a very JRPG thing to do.
This is it. A lot of dreams died to get us here. And
Your
we
final
can't
dungeon
leave
just
for
takes
nothing.
place in a Technicolor space world.
Just our future we're fighting for.
We'll do it for everyone. Falsi rule ends here.
Daisley, we're coming for you!
Alright. Oh good, more cutscenes. Who is this? Is this Mateus from Final Fantasy XII? Oh no, they're just a bunch of weird spirit things. I sure hope we don't have to fight all of them. It looks like we do. Oh. Right, they just opened portals. We can use these portals to go back to Pulse. How very nice of you, game.
That looks like a gate to Grand Pulse.
A last gift from Bartandalus?
Yep, the game's like, in case you wanted to go back and farm some stuff, now that you're probably high enough level to continue doing the
If we're
hunt
gonna run
missions.
away, now's our chance.
So, guys, which way we going?
Now, which one was this gold one going to? Yeah, of course it's blacked out. Rude. Because, yeah, that leads to the Shasma Sheaf. And that leads to the beginning of Cocoon, it looks like. Yeah, the early part of Cocoon. So yeah, we can just use this place as a hub to go to all the other places of the game. What a nice thing for them to do. Excuse me, please. I'm trying to get through you. Yep. Good to see you. Yo, what up? Oh boy. If you get any amount of motion sickness, those sweeping camera angles are definitely gonna do that. Oh, please no. Oh gosh.
Slow down.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, I do get a bit of motion sickness playing games, and that was just a little bit too much. What do these things do? They're just little platforms? Okay. Place is weird. Turns out this was just a chest. That's good and all, but I'm probably not going to do any equipment leveling up since everyone's super good right now. Oh gosh. The fact that the background is just this weird portal thing doesn't really help the motion sickness thing. You don't have anything to ground yourself in positioning. Ooh, flying motorcycle. Whip! Of course, the design of this area maze is very evocative of, well, rather 13.2's entire aesthetic is very evocative of this final stage, which is interesting. Given that 13.2 is mostly about time travel, what is being implied by making it look a lot like this? Do the fal'Cie exist outside of the scale of time? Who knows? It's really hard to read into whether or not that's the case in this, because 13.2 came afterwards, and it's hard to accept little changes to canon it makes as intentional in this game, unless explicitly stated. You can't really read in too hard into what things mean by using sequel material that came afterwards, because there's no guarantee that they actually intended any of those themes to come up in this. I'm just gonna not fight you if that's fine. Thanks. And if I game over on the last boss and find myself unable to beat him, well, I'll just be awkward. Oh, come on. There can't just be treasure chests here. No, there's gotta be a way to progress. Don't tell me I just went around all this place finding awesome, awesome loot. Maybe we have to actually beat this thing. What do you think? What? Oh. Yeah, this was like it was an entirely optional area. Lucky me. Going the wrong way first, like you're supposed to. In every exploration. Oh no, we're gonna... Oh, yeah, this is happening. Oh! Never mind. Oh, yep. Do mind. I do not like fighting these sentient motorcycles. Who does like fighting sentient motorcycles, honestly? Oh, look, I was about to say, I don't think you can poison a... I don't think you can poison a motorcycle, but here we are. Oh, pain and fog. Well, doesn't that suck? Oh, now you just don't get to do anything, and I get to beat up on you for free. Oh, that's just too bad. Why isn't Vanille staggering it at all? It's weird. There we go. Alright, build it up. And win. And this is why 2 saboteurs is great. Pain and fog, you don't get to attack. And you just died of poison. Even better. Alright, I guess we're going back this way. Hello, strange elevator. That doesn't really seem to follow the rules of inertia, how easy it'd be to just fall off of this quickly moving, unbarriered platform. I guess if you manage your accelerations properly, but it's still like moving relation to your feet. The chances of you just falling backwards and tumbling right off, ridiculously high. Ah, come on, that should have been a waylay. Fine. Oh, that's bad. Oh, please start dispelling them. So much dispelling to do. Actually, you know what's the better thing to do? Just dispel Ga. There. And now all your buffs are gone. Easy. Ah, it hurts too much, doesn't it? Nah. Not being afraid to use TP is just really important to not dying in this game. And if you do well, you get most of it back. So there's really no downside. I guess the only downside is if you still do poorly after using it, you have a bad time. But if you do poorly after using TP, then not using TP is probably a recipe for you just failing. Ah, come on. Oh, please don't. Oh, please don't. Oh, boy. Oh, that's a lot of debuffs. Ah, they're gonna do it again. No, please no. Oh, wrecked. You just move slightly backwards and suddenly all of your debuffs mean nothing. Wait, are they casting death on you? That's rude. Yep, they're casting death. Oh, that's bad.
Take this.
Ooh, that slow is painful. No, don't let him. Oh boy. Okay.
You're open. Let's go.
Oh, come on. That hurts so much even when it doesn't death you. Perfect. Boy, it seems like we were a little bit farther from the final boss than I thought we were. Hey, we're getting some... Oh yeah, these things drop Scarletite, which is important for leveling up a lot of accessories, if I remember correctly. I should have listened to Fang, because this was not the way to go, apparently. A Gale Ring? It's not even all that good. And around the corner we go. Whip. Wait, does this not lead to where we wanted to go? Oh yeah, it does. Somewhere on this arc is the quest prompt. Can't believe these little platform things aren't moving platform things. It looks so much like they should be moving. Nope, nope, no thanks. Oh, I see we're supposed to stay on this level. Okay. That was my bad. Hello, Mr. Oh, jeez. Cut me off at the flank. Weak to thunder. Who would have thought? Ow. Ow. Ha! Can't do anything if I'm being juggled.
You're going down. Target acquired. You're open. You're going down.
Easy. Yeah, the fact that the high-level magic knocks thing in the air really makes it easy to juggle when you've built lightning for speed. And that's just a proximal effect that's not really listed as the way that the game works. Is that your magic spear? Oh. Yeah, it's your magic damage spear. In case you want to build a Fang for spell slinging, for if you really hate her limit break. Hey, what up? Lead me to the next place, please. Oh, hey, it's Carbuncle. Oh gosh. Oh, that's all very confusing. Oh, what have I done? You can't make this easy, can ya? Ugh. Me neither, Fang. Me neither. At least we can follow the prompts to get where we need to go. I wonder if those chests that I now didn't get are gone forever. Who knows? They're only filled with high-level crafting materials that are hard to get anywhere else. No love lost. Alright, where are we off to now? Oh. That was fast. Oh wait, no, if I remember correctly, once you solve all this, it becomes a very simple, straight line going directly to the... No, I didn't want to. Oh, that guy looks so dangerous. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it becomes like a very simple, straight line where all of the platforms are very easy to access once you reach the end. Oh, and a car? Oh, this is really bad. We're gonna start with the Dispelga, because we just need to. Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, I had a feeling that would hurt. Please save me. I would like to be saved. Oh, you're not fogging the right thing. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, I'd hit these two. That's all I wanted. Ow! Oh boy.
We survived. Appreciate
Dang, please beat this thing up. Ah, we just lost the stagger. Wasn't that good? I'm like weak to lightning. You just... Oh, you just have a lot of... Oh, you have 100% chain resistance.
I'll deal with you. Thanks.
Alright, now all these guys are fully debuffed, so keep doing it. Gosh, that pain and fog is just too strong. Now all these guys are just standing around doing nothing. How does it feel? How does it feel? You guys realize you have like Deportega and Dishelga and Sloga. You don't really have to do single targets here. I guess they just don't care. Oh, that one gets to act now. Alright. With all these ones down, it's just you, me, and the bicycle. Alright, get it poisoned, Vanille. And away to the races. Every hit increases stagger gauge by a laughably small amount. Please get that random instant chain, Fang. That'd be really nice. We just gotta stand here and let the poison take it out. Luckily, the motorcycle's AI is... Oh, it's doing something. It's racked with pain, so it's unable to act. Haha, dazed. I didn't get the pain off, but at least I got the daze off. Oh, please stop it from doing that. It still doesn't have pain. There we go. Where's your chain resistance now? I think it does a decent amount of damage once you switch to a commando. And done. Yeah, it does about as much as a normal attack, only it's 13 hits, and takes some time. Pretty good. Lightning's Army of One is nothing to scoff at. Ah, fish things and that guy? I don't want anything to do with this. Oh gosh, he just runs right at you. Oh gee, oh gosh. Oh, they sure make this hard to deal with. Alright, there's the power spritz, so we'll Spelga. Yeah, dispel this. Oh boy, how did that happen? Ow, don't do that. Okay, I need to get out of here. Oh, Fang. Oh boy. Okay, kill this guy, and we're good to go. There we go. Primed and ready. Ooh, a fog guy. That's what I like to see. Are you weak to anything? Nobody knows. Susceptible to fog, though. Also susceptible to just being frickin' wrecked. Bam, bam. Oh, you're weak to most things once you have them peril. Well, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? It's supposed to take a lot longer. Okay, so that wasn't as hard as it felt like it was going to be. Whew. It's just very stressful to go through, and difficult to talk while it's going on, which is kind of good final dungeon design. You want... Oh, this was the wrong way to go. You want the enemies to be... you want every enemy to be challenging, and as I've said a lot of the times before, the advantage of the retry system in this game means that the enemies can be extremely challenging. Oh, no. Oh, I was hoping I could get the drop on you. Oh, I got the opposite of the drop on you. Yeah, the enemies can be extremely challenging without you risking getting your player frustrated that they can't advance, because worst thing that happens if you get a game over is you just retry and then hit a shroud to make the fight easier. Did you get fogged already? Oh, isn't that bad? Isn't that just bad news bears? Really? Oh. Oh no, you can slow and curse. You're just not doing it. That's good enough. Oh, it's really easy when they're all alone. Oh yeah, Fang's up there doing 50k a swing. And that's why Smite stops being irrelevant in this point of the game, because, oh yeah, you get to deal 99,000 damage with a single attack when a simple attack combo does 200k. Need them Genji gloves to break the damage limit, and then it starts getting good. Even Highwind isn't that good in this context because of that. Because Highwind is just a stronger version of Smite/Scourge that you have to use as a limit break, so it takes your entire ATB bar, but is a little bit more controllable. You don't have to worry too much about timing. And... ah, he saw me. Now it's gonna take slightly longer to... Oh boy. Okay, he got fog at least, so that just makes that easy. But let us please destroy this one. Oh, he's gonna smack me. Aha! The foggy one doesn't get to do anything. Except stab Fang over and over again, it seems. Ah, jerk. No, why didn't you get rid of my slow first? Okay. Ah, no, I just got rid of all that stuff. Okay. Alright, now we'll just end it. Oh, we're missing? Wasn't that just the worst thing to ever happen? Haha. Oh, you can't get launched when this is happening to you, it seems. Yeah, GG. Just GG. Looks like we're in good position to beat this last boss if these enemies are this easy to take out. Oh yeah, here we go. The search is over. We ran down the straight line towards this weird floaty guy. Nice. I'm gonna have all the equipment to do the customization that I've been doing off screen. Oh boy. Because it's a lot of inventory management, which the game does fairly well, but there's not really much to say after the first thing I said about it. And they made 2 of the crystal guys now, aren't they? Oh, it's just got ridiculously harder. Don't want to beat these. Oh, no, you can't end the theme of that quickly. It's just not fair. Ah. Okay. Back at it again. Oh, someone please hit this with oh, the shell guy. There we go. Hey, don't hit Fang like that. That's rude. Well, that one's fogged, so not gonna worry about that one. Oh, please don't kill him. Oh, that hurts. Oh, you're super dead now. Come on, get that fog out. You're not fogging. At least the slow guys will keep them staggered, but... Oh boy, that sure hurts. Oh, it's not going to be worth it if it takes me this long to stagger. Yeah, just got that one. Alright, take him out. Oh, this one's not going to get staggered as well, too. Please hit it. Ah, well, at least it got staggered a little earlier. Oh, that other guy got staggered, too. Oh, what a lovely day this is. Fang does so much damage. Alright, can we please move on to the final boss now? Yes, hello there, strange wizard. Please open the way to Orphan. I suppose you can just warp us there. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Oh, no, you just sent us to a boss room. Come on, man. That's just rude. Ah. Just like the bosses we found down on Pulse that were like this. Uh-huh. Oh. You're resistant to a lot of things. Oh, resistant to... Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's very painful. So that one's immune to fire. What about Blizzard? Yep, immune to Blizzard. Diversity. Are you just immune to elements? Oh, you're just immune to magic. Oh, okay. Well, that's just interesting then. Okay. So you're not... I was thinking resistant to elements, but I should have looked at the resistant to magic clause. Yep, just keep on debuffing. And here we go. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. And that's just how this goes. I'm everyone to keep it juggled. Oh, you immune to magic. Why would I do that? Block, 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 block. No, please don't Nature's Blessing. That sounds bad. That sounds like a heal. Oh yeah, it heals it for 7,000. Oh no. Now you're probably immune to physical. Yep, immune to physical, highly resistant to magic. But that's fine. You're about to get staggered. The poison's getting it too. Oh, now you're fogged? Doesn't that just suck? Also seems like only one bypasses immunity, which is nice. It's a good way to deal damage. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, it does more than a Chain of Ruins, but I mean, whatever. We'll take it out. Easy. Easy peasy. Gosh, Pain and Fog just make your life so much easier. Alright, strange wizard lady. We beat your boss room. Now take us to Orphan. And don't make us do like 3 more of that. That'd be real nice. They're gonna make us do 3 more of that.
Where's this end?
That's what I was thinking.
If there is one, I can't see it.
I can't do this. All these Seath were people once. Like us.
But that's what Bartandalus is going for. Don't you see? Make us feel guilty, lose faith. And the second we give up, it's focus time.
Wait till we're broken, and slip on the leash.
Yeah, well, when you think about it, having all this empathy, it puts us humans at a big disadvantage.
Maybe. But it's also what makes us dangerous.
You tell him, Lightning.
Fang? What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Just that time's running short.
It's okay. My mind's made up this time. We'll just make Cocoon our home.
Yeah. I guess we will.
Vino's mind is made up that she will become Ragnarok at time. If the opportunity comes up. Alright, time to get a bunch of levels. And just go in the inner circle because all that extra stuff is more expensive than it's worth. Oh, 45 magic, 60 strength. Come on, Fang, I need you to cool it a bit. Just a little bit. Oh gosh, we're gonna be so much stronger. Although that being said, when you have 1,000 magic, plus 36 is not quite as good as it used to be. Still though, can't really complain. Eden Pharmaceuticals. Oh, we can buy these scopes now. Well, isn't that nice? Not the Ether Soul. Gosh, this final dungeon is a lot more... I forgot about this final dungeon, because I remembered it vaguely, but thought it was a Final Fantasy XIII 2 stage, because there is a stage of Final Fantasy XIII 2 that is very similar to this in a lot of ways, but I had forgotten that this is also a part of Final Fantasy XIII. We should still make it to the end boss before we... oh, please don't turn into my enemies. Yeah, we should make it to Final Fantasy XIII's end boss before we need to end the deep dive. Oh, now we're going down the Dark Wizard's path, I suppose. Congratulations, you made a thing. It's like a bunch of kids playing with Lego and they're like, haha, you have now get to see my Connect machine. Look how all of these hexagons line up with each other. Isn't that cool?
Exciting, isn't it?
That white wizard probably leads backwards, so... Is that somewhere we have to go to beat this guy? Nah. Probably not. Ah, jeez. No. Aw, please not be all 6 of these guys. Oh, boy. Oh, I don't like any of this. So I'm gonna undo all of your work. And then immediately get debuffed by the anathema. Frustrating. Alright, everyone stop. How the hell did you get almost staggered? What almost staggered you? Oh, we can't let you stay de-shellgood, that's for sure. That death is gonna kill you if we do that. Dodged! Oh, Fang almost died. And Fang actually did die. That's fine, actually. Did you just cure us an empty space? Well done. Please use your god debuffs. It'd be really helpful if you actually did. Oh, that's on me. Oh gosh, and I'm so dead. And we've recovered. And everyone unstaggered.
You're open.
Oh yeah, there's 4 of these guys. No friggin' wonder. Oh, actually, well, I guess I might as well. Okay, continue. No. Ow, 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 ow. Gosh, that hurts. There we go. Let's play the juggle game. This is probably a better thing to do. Juggle! Oh yeah, this is going well. Oh, they can cast again. That's not good. Please stop them from doing so. Oh, thanks a lot. Fang, please kill this one. Are they resistant? Oh, yeah, they have physical attacks. No wonder Fang likes casting Ruin on these ones. Alright, build it up. There we go. Gosh, they expected that to take 10 minutes? Ooh boy. Even then it took me quite a while, but 10 minutes? They really, really do not like you. Giving you 10-minute combats. Alright, can we sneak up on you? Oh, well, nope. We've already failed. Oh boy. Hey, guess what? I'm out of your range. So you're gonna want to turn around. Oh, don't back up while looking at me. Yeah, there we go. Aha! Foiled! Okay, and then we quickly hit up that Quake. Come on. No, I'm slowing down. Can't go slowly. Ah, no. No. Ah, that went poorly. Oh, everything about that went poorly. Ah, dazed again? Oh, well, this is just really bad. Well, this went about as well as you could expect. Oh, boy. Everyone get juggled again. Oh, boy. Ow. Okay, so as long as we can keep the Thundegas coming, should be able to keep them on their toes. Oh. There we go. Nope, don't need any Sunas. There. Back in action. Oh, that's me. Oh boy. Can I please get some Faga going? I saw one Faga. Oh boy. Oh, there's another death. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is breaking. Except for everything. Alright, time for single target destruction. Just make sure no one's close to staggering. Okay. Boy. They sure do not go easy on you in this final dungeon. Oh boy. They're not immune to any debuffs. So you're just gonna die from poison, to be honest. Let's take out this one. And the poison tick? Nah. Not quite. Had to actually take it home. Yeah, another expected 10-minute fight. That's just not nice. We haven't fought one of those things, have we? We have 12 of these, but now the time. Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know I could sneak in between its legs. Oh, that just makes my life much easier. Thanks for bypassing that 3-minute fight game. Alright, we went through your Connect set. Send me to the boss room. Show me the end of this game. That's what we're all waiting to see. Oh no, it's one of these XIII. One of the hardest fights in the game is one of these XIII. I have a feeling this one is not going to be that hard. Oh boy, he just smacked me for 1800 damage. Well, that's just not very nice. He did it again. Alright. Alright, Vladislaus. What do you got for me? Oh. Well. This is bad. I have a feeling... You... 12,000 damage. Excuse me.
We can win this.
Could you please refrain from doing something like that ever again? Just ever? Oh. Nope. Oh, he's got no,
Thanks. Don't panic. Let's wrap this up.
Oh, he can be launched. Oh, okay. All you have to do is stagger him and launch him, and then he's taking max damage because the stagger resistance is... Surprisingly... How did we stagger him? Did we break the game somehow? Did we solve the puzzle and get a free stagger on him somehow? Because I'm not sure how we got him up to 999. I might have to watch that on the replay. Because... I remember those guys being unstaggerable. But there we are. Oh! Fang's random instas chain. Oh, that's beautiful. What an easy way to defeat that enemy. Oh, that just made it. That was just good. Thank you, Fang. Thank you, Fang. Yeah, I don't like the looks of this either. Might as well get our stats a little bit higher. Ooh boy, 45 strength. I like the look of that. Could you just calm down a little bit, Fang? Jeez. Leave some for the rest of us. Oh, you're already there. Medic then. Alright, strange fire wizard. I've done what all the other wizards asked me to do. Just send me directly to the boss floor so we can get this done with. You're not gonna send me directly to the boss floor, are ya? Oh, maybe you are. Well, this looks interesting. Okay. Is this... this entire last dungeon is just super weird. It's one of those things where it's like weird for weird's sake. And...
I think I'd strain my neck looking up at that.
yeah, I sure would. And it makes you interested, just like, I want to keep going, I want to figure out what's going on with this place. But... oh, no. I really don't. Okay, at least we can get that chain. Okay.
This'll be quick. This'll be don't panic.
Oh, someone's dead. Raise! Attack, attack. Okay. Please kill this Vladislaus. Taking so much damage. Yeah, seems about right.
This'll be quick. We can win this.
Ah, good. He died somehow. Yeah, just triggering out, didn't even get the stagger because even doing 95% of his stagger gain left him with another 50% to be staggered when he just doesn't get it. Alright, launch him up. Or with the stagger gauge while you beat him up. Yeah. 5,000 a hit, just like a normal attack function. And we also get this incidental boost. Of course, one of the penalties is they won't die before it's actually, the animation is finished, so it wastes a little bit of time. We've got to see a couple 999s, and that's always fun to see. I should be using those deceptive salts more often, honestly, given that it gives such a huge advantage. And I have so many of them. Because insta-staggering, and in the case of the Vladislaus, just upping their stagger gauge by 950%. Can't beat that. You can't beat dealing 10 times more damage on a regular attack. And here we do it again. Oh, that kind of hurt, but we can up your stagger gauge. Come on, get that deep protect off, man. on, take it out. He won't lose his dagger as long as Army of One is going. Keep scourging it. Keep scourging it. Ah, it didn't die. Wrecked. Ah, hit it in the tail. If this were Monster Hunter, that's a good way to get tail gear. Yeah, there's really no point being on Relentless Assault on that guy, given that Vanille literally can't hurt it. You mute all the other things? Nah, you can still get fogged. There we go. Healed enough. Alright, build that stagger gauge. Okay, look at that ATB gauge fly as a result of being on commando. Too bad you do that little flourish. That little bit of wasted time. But it's fine. Deceptus all well spent. Even though I didn't kill that one boss in that first stagger. Because they didn't want to cast Deep Protect on it. Sometimes the AI can be really annoying, and boy, we're getting a lot of Crystarium. I just maxed it out, we're almost at 100k. I'm gonna have to do Saws and Snows and them. They're falling behind now. Because they're maxed out. I'm not too scared of 3 of these guys. Oh boy, yeah, no running around them. Come on, get that fog going. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. Oh, they're just standing there. That's just really freaky. Okay, it's not helpful to beat up the one that's not getting... Ow! Hey, could you not? Yeah, dispel Vanille. Oh no, the buffs that she was about to lose, she lost. Yeah, that hurt a little bit. Come on. Fog them all. At least they first order mash fog on these guys. It's actually super helpful. Here we go. Hey, Vanille, you should probably heal yourself. Yeah, we fall just that little bit. Beat him up. Oh, that hurts. Please, oh please, do not die. Okay, yeah, you're just gonna die when I do this. Bam, bam. Ooh, D-Shell. Isn't it nice when you actually debuff the guys? Alright, here's your target, guys. It's this one. Oh, they can cast spells again. That's not good. And we'll win. Awesome. Boy, it's gonna take a long time to get to this final boss. I was expecting it to take like, 30 minutes, an hour, and then we'll start on the last boss. So probably gonna get a bit of a longer stream as a result of this because I actually was expecting this to go a lot quicker. That's what you get for not playing a game for several years and then trying to remember ahead of time exactly when all these things happen. As far as final dungeons go, it's like a good idea. Like we saw them not just give us those boss fights, but then give us the boss fights with additional limitations. Like they gave us Ladislaus with a buff guy, which if I didn't use the Decepticol would have been real hard. I would not have wanted to deal with him that way, and I don't think I would recommend anyone trying to beat that guy without using the Decepticol there, because it's just an annoying fight when he can pop you for 12,000 damage whenever he feels like. Yes, keep attacking Vanille. She has... Oh no, she has shell and stuff. Wow, I'm surprised it doesn't list that you're resistant to Blizzard. Also looks like you're resistant to all debuffs, so it's enough of that. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd do something like that. Oh, Imperil. That's not good. Alright. Why are you basically the Proud Clad, but in ice damage? If only we had bar ice. Right, you're staggered. Do you need any debuffs? Still no. Yeah, it seems about right. Come on, heal Fang's in peril, man. There we go. Here we go. Desuna yourself might... You didn't desuna yourself. Gosh. Smite. Yeah, 100,000 damage. Oh boy. Oh, it's doing a thing. Oh, it's on the ground now. And it's not immune to debuffs anymore, so that's important. It is, however, shooting lasers from the sky, which I'm not a huge fan of. Okay, so shooting lasers from the sky seems to be less dangerous than I thought it would be. Like, look at that, 300 damage? Why should I be scared of that? I guess if we were all grouped together, it would kind of hurt, but like... Oh no, my minor damage being dealt to them. If only I had a way to deal with that. Switch to combat clinic. And just like that, we're fine. Immune to curse, but it's poison. Oh yeah, so basically done in that regard. Oh, its stagger resistance seems to have gone down too. Come on, keep juggling it. No, Fang, you're supposed to keep hitting it. Get back up here, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. You ain't hitting the ground ever again. Gosh. Fang does so much damage. How does it feel? Oh, 48,000. Nice. How does it feel? Alright, we've done all these minor bosses, and they've actually turned out to be quite easy. Let's move on to Orphan, so Orphan can wreck my everything. I'm not even kidding, Orphan is very tough. And then I'm gonna get to him and... Okay, there's the end of it all. I'm gonna get to Orphan, and it's just gonna be like, hey, you beat him first try, no problems. And all of this buildup will be for nothing. Try Stopka though. I've never actually used Stopka very well because it requires such timing. But I imagine it's really good if you know how to use it. Alright. There, you stand there. Let's get your sentinel up. Gosh, why are the numbers on Fang stuff just so high? It feels like Fang is just meant to be stronger than everyone else. And it's really... and it's not at all strange because she's not a medic. She doesn't have that support capacity. So from a balance perspective, she kind of needs to be super strong. Otherwise, she would just feel weaker as a result of her not being able to support everyone else. But those plus 60 to strengths really impact her ability to pop things for 100,000 damage. Like, not even Neil is getting that kind of magic boost. That being said, her magic stat is as high as... Oh, that was an important little thing. Fang was mentioning that everyone's brands should be fine, because you don't want to be turning C. That's going to come up. Anyways, yeah, Vanille's magic stat is as high as Fang's strength stat, which is interesting, but it's mostly just because Vanille's using such a strong weapon. But so is Fang. And I've never seen Vanille pop things for 100,000, mostly because I don't have the commando roll for her, and it's really not useful to give her the commando roll anyways. Alright, now the last boss is on the other side of that door. That's for sure. Can I get some final upgrade to this Malboro wand? Oh yeah, we got some particle accelerators. I'm not sure how many to give you. I don't know how many levels you need to get. Yeah, smart. You only need to do it one more time. Good. And your Venus Gospel probably only needs a little bit more. No, that's not a particle accelerator. There we go. Man, that just turns into the Ultima weapon afterwards. And I kind of feel like leveling up this thing, but do you want to watch me do this for a while? Because I don't want you to watch me do that for a while. Yeah, we got some last minute weapon upgrades to be slightly more able to defeat this clown. We're going to want to change this before that. We don't need the Survive List catalog. Do we have a resist damage one? That's probably nice. Yeah, resist damage plus 10%. Good enough. Well, that's a strange statue. What's up with that headgear? Everything about this final dungeon is just very weird. Very well designed. It makes it seem alien, which is what you want. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop an Aegisol into Fortisol. Because I know for sure what's on the other side of this. I've beaten this game enough to know what the hallway before the end boss looks like. And I'm not going to screw around with not using these massive buff items. That is going to give me a huge advantage in the fight.
Let's do this.
And one thing that this game doesn't do well, and I just remembered that it doesn't do well, is items. Items in this game aren't really important. Because, like, when's the last time you've seen me use an item? I remember it's in the beginning of the game when you use a potion and it saves your life. But one of the problems with potions in this game is they heal exactly 150 life. You'll notice I have 6,000 life now, and there are no high potions in the game. And so potions become useless pretty quickly. Phoenix Downs become useless pretty quickly because the Ray spell is just better. Because then you can cast Cures on them immediately afterwards, so it kind of reduces the penalty of Rays not healing as much as a Phoenix Down. And then you have, like, your Libra Scope, which is, like, 1 TP for Libra is fine. There's the one that increases your TP in the middle of combat, but, like, other than using summon to heal all of your HP back and get some bonus damage out, you're not using your TP for very much. At least in one continuous fight.
Moment of truth, hero.
Since I've never successfully used Stopka, maybe like Stop is really, really powerful if used well. But that's the thing, it's very difficult to use well, and honestly, your higher order strategy is probably just play better. Because if you're good enough to use Stop, you're probably good enough just to
Just like in Airbound.
use your paradigms properly and overcome in that way. Although Stopka would be really good at stopping that Vladislaus from just killing you with that onslaught thing, but the problem is he's never going to stop doing that. He's going to continuously do that until you're dead.
Once freed from its fleshly shroud.
Dodge!
Sarah!
We get it, you're taunting us. Oh hey, Owl Boy. Alright, monologue at us, Mr. Disley.
Meanwhile, shatter in a flash.
Dodge! No!
Oh, turns out rushing forward, not the solution.
Where's the real Sarah?
Hey, listen. It isn't real. It's just Fauci smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, the Chocobo knows.
Wonders. They play tricks.
I find it funny that Hope and Vinil have these weapons, and they are used in the command profile when you use the attack function, but like, you don't see that in the main game.
Men battle beasts.
Other than that one early point in Vanille where you get to control her and she hits things with that stick.
There can be no end to such conflict.
And I imagine that was a design choice,
Is imminent
that like
and
they
inevitable.
had the models made out of them doing these attacks, but then just when they balanced the game, they just
Quick
made them magic users and just didn't give them the attack function that they would never want to use
You mean
anyways.
Murder. And Cocoon won't die. We're not here for that. We came for you.
Such willful insolence. Disappointing. You prolong Cocoon's suffering.
We sure do.
To what end? Refusing me but condemns another to face your focus tomorrow. If you truly seek salvation, you will obey.
Oh yeah, we have to face this Spartandalus first, so those shrouds aren't even gonna help me against Orphan. Okay, I don't have to worry about your side guys. Okay. Oh, you got de-shelled. Well, look at that. You're not immune to debuffs. Too bad I don't have Bravera. It's very difficult to level up those side things to a point where they're useful. So you don't really get to use them in the main game. And by side things, I mean all of those. Oh, this is bad. I don't like the look of that. And by side things, I mean all of your paradigms that you don't start the game with, that are unlocked after you unlock all of them. It takes a lot of investment to get them to a point where they're, you know, pretty functional, and so a lot of the time it's just not worth the CP investment. I think you got all that you need. Alright, let's do this. Smite him! Scourge! Scourge again! Okay. Did I read that right? Oh wow, we almost took him out that one stagger. The power of shrouds! Fang was probably just popping him for 100,000 damage a swing. Like, she's already doing 25k. Not even staggered yet. Oh, this is bad. Oh, that does percentage damage. Well, what do you know? That just means we just solve it by doing this right afterwards. Nerd. Oh, he lost some debuffs. Give it to him. Oh, I don't like that. Ooh, that hurts. Yeah, I can't even see how much damage Fang is doing just because of camera angles. But I imagine it's a lot. Oh yeah. Yeah, just Fang just doing max damage every swing. No big deal. 10 minutes. Laughable! Let's say no, it's the last boss. I mean, not quite the last boss. You know you're not saving after this because the bosses stop giving you CP/experience points.
Hey, put a lid on it.
Release. At last, release.
Oh, that's bad.
It's done.
Of course it's not done. That was too easy to be done.
All right!
We did it, huh?
Yep.
No, you didn't. First rule of fiction. It's never that easy. It's not over until you overcome real hardship. Fighting a boss you fought twice before is not going to be the last boss.
Two irreconcilable focuses we bore. Yet bound were we in a cocoon prison, impervious to our power. And so we thank you for granting us our longed-for birth.
Tysley? No, not anymore.
We are the abandoned,
Orphan.
but now to die. Our name is Orphan. By our hand, the world shall know redemption.
Not ready for this fight. I remember this being real tough. I don't think I have the shroud advantage anymore. Nope, I do not. Oh, we don't even get to do anything about this. Can't even switch in response. Frick. At least he probably just gives me a while to, Oh yeah, there's some Kurajas. Yeah, and there's a smack that would get you if you didn't immediately switch to a healing thing, which I'm not sure why you would. And we're fine. Alright, back to what you were doing. Not immune to debuffs. Smack. Alright, do whatever next thing you're gonna do so I can heal ourselves. Smack. Ha, see, Orphan? I'm not as scared of you. Until you, of course, do the thing that makes me scared of you. Is that all your debuffs? Oh, you can be slowed and cursed. Well, that's good. Smacked. Nah, we're not gonna get slow and curse off. I'd really like to get slow off. Oh, that hurt. Slow curse, come on. Fine, just curse then. and smack. There we go, get the switch out. Alright, build it up and smack. That sure hurts. Oh good, I missed the end of that army of one. That's what I like to see. Right. Dang, you're not beating it up as much as you should be. Is he resistant to physical or something? Probably. Oh, this looks bad. Oh, you just straight up killed Fang. That's rude. Oh. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is real bad. Oh, you can't do that twice in a row. What kind of weird sequence breaking did I do to make me deserve this? Alright. Come on, slower. You didn't get that slow off. It's a shame that Vanille just doesn't get slow at this point of the game. I would really, really like it if I could get this guy slowed. Alright, I'm not sure what Vile Exploitation is doing, but it looks bad. Can't even target that weird sphere. Come on, get that slow off. Slow, 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 slow. Yes! Oh, Wyvern can be poisoned. All I have to do is not die. There's probably a second form. Oh yeah, he can cast that instant KO on you. I remember having to switch to the... there's an accessory that makes you immune to instant death. I remember having to equip that the first time we went around this because he hit lightning with the instant death spell, and there's just no fighting that. You're dead, and you don't get to continue playing anymore. You don't get to res lightning. You just restart the fight. Oh, the light sphere is out. Oh, you're not poisoned anymore. That's not good. Poison's super helpful. I mean, let's just actually just kill you. And trigger what I assume is your second form, because there's no way this fight is this easy. No? That's the end of it? That can't be right. No, I think that's it. I don't think there's a second form to come. This is the end cutscene. So welcome to the ending of Final Fantasy XIII. Get ready for the story, I suppose, because I really do like the ending of this game. Turns out the Fal'Cie's super strong.
Have you ever paused to consider our reason for making the sea of men? We Fal'Cie are crafted for a single purpose, and granted finite power to that end. With men, it is not so. Men dream, aspire, and through indomitable force of will achieve the impossible.
And here is the requisite philosophizing to make a point, I suppose.
That we might wield such strength. Through you, we obtained freedom from our bondage. And now, your focus alone remains. Defy it, and all were faithful lost. Cocoon's sacrifice, and that of Grand Pulse as well.
Anil!
Yet, if we but summon the Maker, we will be granted the chance to begin again. All our sins absolved, and the world born.
Having played Final Fantasy 13-3, this resonates a little bit more. Because what he's talking about is essentially the plot of 13-3, where the Maker revives and starts crafting the world anew.
Orphan! I'll do it. I'll destroy you.
Ragnarok. The will to guide a world unto oblivion. Can you bear the sin of our salvation?
You heard me. I said I'll do it!
You can't! I'll be fine. And you can't forget our promise. We promised to save Cocoon. We promised!
Nope.
I made another promise too. To
Remember when
protect
Fang
our
said she'd
family.
tear down the sky to keep Vanille safe? Well, that's what she's gonna do. It turns out it wasn't hyperbole after all.
Sometimes. You gotta choose! Back off!
What are you doing? This ain't the time to be losing it, lady.
You too, huh?
What do you gain from hurting Vanille? We're in this together.
This is my focus. No one's gonna stop me.
You figure when you do a jump like that, you actually land on someone, not on the ground. Rip.
Everything I do. Why? Is this what you meant to happen? All of them.
After all we went through.
Guess I deserve it. After what I did. Are they my sin to bear for choosing salvation?
Please, stop! Stop it!
This megabyte face.
Give them back!
Salvation is born of sacrifice, miracles of misery. From shattered shards, a new crystal legend will arise. Yes. Let anger be your strength.
You might remember that monster from the 10th of a second you got to see it during the focus.
Despair. Despair and save us all. Now, the day of wrath is come.
Flashback to all of the important and emotional scenes that happened previously. Flashback to topless Snow.
Anger didn't drive us. We just had things worth fighting for.
Yet again. How many times must you fail?
Ooh, thanks for the cure, guy.
Let me go.
We take the form of Ragnarok. Deliver us that which we have too long been denied.
What do you want?
Steep yourself in hatred. Let it infuse your soul with the strength it craves. Your awakening demands an offering of pain.
Vanille. Run.
No! I swore I wouldn't run away anymore. I'd rather fight and lose than give up without even trying.
Plot twist, they unsheathed somehow. Slash fulfilled their focus.
Miracles out of misery. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, Fang. Who'd be dumb enough to swallow that crock?
Sure. We've all had better weeks.
You're alive!
But you can't be.
Could be more Fal'Cie smoke and mirrors.
Fang. I'm sorry.
We made you go it alone. Second time now, isn't it?
But where were you?
Somewhere cold and dark. Just thinking about everything that happened up until now. And then it was like...
It was like I had a glimpse of the future. Everyone was smiling and laughing.
Given the results in the events of 13-2, that didn't quite happen.
Sarah. Even light.
Though 13-2 kinda
New focus or something.
should be considered a
Thinking didn't really make sense.
alternative ending kind of thing.
Knowing we were worm bait and all, but as luck would have it, next thing I know, I feel somebody pushing me right along.
You were there too, Fang. Same side. All of us. Together to the end.
More flashbacks. To a certain extent, you probably shouldn't do this, especially when they're just 100% recreations of this scene. They don't necessarily have to be this long. I have a feeling they're extending it such that the music finishes by the time the scene is done.
Family now. We stick together. You hear me?
Yes, I promise.
And they just needed the timing of the cutscene to work with the music, so Sometimes
We promised, didn't we?
you have limitations like that, and you end up doing things that are suboptimal in order to make that work. Gosh, it turns out all it took was 3 Fyregas to kill Orphan. Who would have thought?
The brand of a lassie. The symbol of the focus we all faced. The mark of the fate we all shared.
And now,
Proof
our
of the
fate is done.
promise we all made.
Okay, you can keep on melting there.
The heroes never die.
That's Mercy's line.
Come on. We've got a world to save.
If we have the power to destroy Cocoon, then we have the power to save
Not
it.
necessarily. Destroying is a lot easier than it is to
Say you
build.
want your day of wrath, do ya? Well, it's coming right up.
Time we gave the people what they really want.
We can do it. I know we can. We made it this far.
Right.
Let's make a real miracle happen.
Lady Luck sure ain't on his side.
Oh yeah, this fight. Okay, I completely forgot about this one. Like all... It's not a Final Fantasy game until you've fought a boss in 3 forms. If I remember correctly, this one's fairly easy. It's more of a quest fight. Orphan was the last boss more than this one.
No. We over.
Especially given the fact that, you know, Orphan has that instant death effect. I don't believe this one does.
In anything. You gave up on life before you were even born. Sat poisoning Cocoon from the inside, waiting for someone to come and destroy you. Sure, you think the end of the world is salvation. All you care about is death's release. So take it, and leave the rest of us alone. We don't think like that. When we think there's no hope left, we keep looking until we find some. Maybe Cocoon is past saving, but it's our home, and we'll protect it or die trying! We live to make the impossible possible! That is our focus!
Yeah, the baby's cheering. What a lovely sentiment, the baby says. Let's all be friends. And by friends, I mean I'm going to kill all of you. Oh yeah, it's an Eidolon fight. Oh. Oh, looks like you're immune to damage. Oh, that's not good. Can you get me any sooner? Thank you. Oh, that's just gross. Oh, none of that was above board. You can't be poisoned, but you can still be slowed and cursed. Slow's good enough. Oh, you're probably immune to damage except for when you're staggered. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yep. It's mostly annoying because it wastes time. Doesn't actually hurt you, it just launches you into the air, so you lose your ATB bar and it just wastes time. Yep. You're only immune to damage while you're not staggered. Oh, and if that's the case, let's make sure we get the most out of it. That's gotta hurt. Oh yeah. I have a feeling we're gonna take you out in one stagger because here comes Fang to wreck your HP. Nope, you don't get to do anything. What makes you think you're gonna do anything? I didn't want to do that, but you know, we're doing it. Especially since I'm just whiffing. Just hitting you right under there. Why not? Stops you from recovering from the stagger. And you're dead. Taken out. Yeah, that was basically a quest fight. Superstar! Oh hey, the Crystarium expanded for beating the game. Wasn't that lovely? Bye, Orphan. That's the thing that happens in a lot of Final Fantasy games. Sometimes they screw it up by making the quest fight too hard, but your final boss is one that you'll probably succeed the first time you do it, but it is still like a puzzle / final exam, just a test to see if you're able to beat this final challenge. Because they want you as a player to actually defeat the final boss. That's something that's really important when it comes to video games. You should not defeat major enemies in a cutscene. Sometimes you can get away with it by like still having a fight with them, but maybe the final blow happens in a cutscene if they have to die in a very specific way for storyline reasons. But generally speaking, if that's the case, try to structure a fight such that that's the way to beat them. Certain systems like this won't really lend themselves much to guiding them to defeating them in a certain way. But if it's at all possible, make your players defeat the enemies. Don't do it in cutscene. And a lot of modern games don't really make that mistake anymore. I can't, off the top of my head, think about any video game that defeats major enemies in cutscenes. But just because I can't think of it happening doesn't mean it could never happen, so keep that in mind.
Stay together!
Hey, grab my hand.
Okay.
And of course, one of the problems that happens in some other Final Fantasy games is the last boss is just, or the last quest boss is too hard. Final Fantasy IX is guilty of that. The final boss comes out of nowhere as a quest fight is just too hard.
Wishes can come true. But not if you just wait for miracles. Red. Miracles are things we make for ourselves. Here and now.
We control our fate. Turns out the true Ragnarok requires 2 people to turn into it. It's a combination of both of their Ragnaroks. It's a lot of arms to control, though. And actually, the simulated weightlessness there is pretty, it's just pretty good attention to physics, like, with Cocoon falling to the earth. Yeah, everyone would start to free fall like that. You'd create a zero gravity experience there for the duration of its falling. And of course, because of the way that air works, you'd superheat the bottom. Like, this scene is really good because it's like, it really pays attention to the way physics works. Like, this is the asteroid problem. The air resistance creates just a lot of heat. And so this, essentially an asteroid falling from the sky, is basically just evaporating the outer shell a bit. Oh gosh. Yeah, definitely got to bring it to a controlled stop or everyone dies. Hey look, it was a bit of Fang and Vanille in the end there. Could just barely make them out in the goopy mess. and there's the symbol of Final Fantasy XIII. In the title screen, that vaguely looks like the engagement necklace that Snow has. It's just good physical symbolism. Cocoon being saved by a crystal pedestal. From a technical standpoint, this is now where Final Fantasy XIII-2 begins. But from a canonical perspective, we're not really going to include that in what's happening storyline-wise.
Wake up.
Okay. Continuity question. Vanille woke up from Crystal without any clothes on. Lightning, however, had crystallized clothes. Maybe that's because she turned into Ragnarok.
They saved
So it's not really a plot hole, it's just a continuity question.
No, they gave us a new one.
That's one gift I'll forgive him for not rapping.
Yeah.
This is as much as we can do. The rest is up to you.
Does this mean we completed our focus?
Cocoon's seen better days, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I'd say that qualifies as a demolition. Focus complete.
Whatever you want to believe.
Ooh, Lightning smiled.
It really is a miracle.
Not a single time during the game did she actually do that.
My brand. It's gone.
It's easy to lose sight of things in a world as wide as this one. But if you keep going, you're sure to find what you're looking for. Sooner or later.
A big bunch of chocobos.
Look there.
Sarah!
It is.
Snow!
Sarah!
Oh yeah, Hope's mom is dead.
Aren't they?
Yeah, your mom's still dead.
I guess they meant for this to be goodbye. And again, we've changed our fates before.
No, he's more sad about Vanille and Fang being gone.
I missed you.
Sarah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hey, come on, the apologies can wait. We got a wedding to plan. What? You are gonna allow it.
Wow.
Right?
You don't waste any time, do you?
No, I don't.
That's right, just charge in, guns blazing.
I swear to you, I will make her happy.
I believe you. Congrats.
When prayers turn to promises, not even fate can stand in their way.
And there's Fang and Vanille, together in Crystal forever.
We held the light of hope in our hearts and achieved the impossible. Now we live on to greet a new dawn.
And that's the end of Final Fantasy XIII. The ending does a good job of covering all the tracks. I feel like everything after between Orphan dying and the final boss Orphan appearing, though, I feel was a little bit unnecessary. It helps establish like how Ragnarok works a little bit, and how it gives that last bit of explanation of like, wow, the Fal'Cie make Lissy. But there's better ways to make that happen rather than just revealing it at the very end. But all things considered, Fang and Vanille turning into Ragnar together and ending up in Crystallized together is a really good end to their character arcs. It really establishes that they are absolutely a couple, despite the fact that the game never explicitly says so, which is a choice they made. And of course, Sarah and Dodge come out and everything else ends pretty well, except for the fact that Cocoon is mostly wrecked. And the ramifications of that, like a lot of Final Fantasy games, you don't really get you don't get to see, like, now that Cocoon is wrecked, what happened to everyone in there? What do they do from that on? Is Cocoon still functioning now that all the Fal'Cie are dead? They had mentioned that Carbuncle was responsible for providing food and water, and we saw Carbuncle be used to rearrange stuff in Orphan's Cradle. And so there's a lot of those questions that you don't get to get answers to, because it's really more of a, it's up to you to decide and figure out or think about what would happen after that, because it's not particularly relevant to the main story, so you get to figure out what happens there. Final Fantasy XIII 2 does come up with a lot of answers to that, but it does it in such a way that changes the ending somewhat. And so despite the fact that you do have the sequel to it, it doesn't really help. It gives you a pretty good example, because you get to go into the future, you get to see, because it's a time travel thing, you see what's happening, like, not just 12 years in the future, you see what's happening a couple hundred years in the future. You see the progression of what happens to the world with Cocoon being as it is, and what happens in the long run. But because it vaguely changes canon, it makes certain things progress differently than anyone would imagine they would. Because the essential conceit of Final Fantasy XIII 2 is that this game has a pretty open and closed story. There's no, other than wondering what happens to Cocoon afterwards, there's no real lingering plot threads or mystery awaiting it. The story can't really continue. The only way to continue it is to tell a brand new story. And that's exactly what they do. Like, your main characters are Sarah and a character introduced specifically for that game. And though you run into these characters, it's clear that they can't actually be the main characters. Partially because they're not really doing anything that's main story-worthy. Unfortunately, one of the choices that Final Fantasy XIII 2 made was to really change the way that things progress. And it feels a bit manufactured. And not really like... And so it's very difficult. I feel like it makes the story worse if you consider it as, like, this is what actually happened, and rather than, like, an alternative, like, sequel in the universe. Because it's just... It really changes the effect of the story when... And it's hard to get into the specifics without just talking a lot about how Final Fantasy XIII 2 works. The central question being that lightning being freed from the crystal created a problem and a time paradox that Sarah goes around trying to fix. All of these time paradoxes being created that all come down to lightning being released from crystal to get that happy ending, which is... It's weird. I feel like there are better ways that they could bridge the two stories together, though Final Fantasy XIII 2 still manages to tell an interesting story and have an interesting game built around it. I feel like one of the worst parts of that story is the way that it connects to Final Fantasy XIII, because it connects to it in a very weird and uninspiring way. It doesn't improve and one of the reasons why it's very bad is that it doesn't improve the story of Final Fantasy XIII. The sequel doesn't give you that much more context to what happened in this story. It doesn't help answer a lot of the questions. It's just its own thing that they created to tell an additional story to it. And that's why, as a sequel, it's not all that good, though as a standalone game, it's quite exceptional. It's one of those weird paradoxes that if Final Fantasy XIII 2 wasn't at all connected to Final Fantasy XIII and was its own thing, it would be a really, really good game. And I think its biggest weakness is the fact that it was a Final Fantasy XIII sequel. And there's benefits to doing that, like they save a lot on design and art and coding. Then they can reuse assets from Final Fantasy XIII in the new game. And they do a lot of it. You go to a lot of the same locations. They've been modified in order to work for the game. They're not just, it's not like Final Fantasy X-2, where you literally go to the exact same places and they look pretty much exactly the same. Because it's, you know, taking place X years in the future or past, well, mostly in the future, it's taking place X years in the future, they do make a lot of effort to make sure that the places look like they've aged several hundred years. And so, even though they're the same places in a lot of times, they're still like fundamentally different in a lot of easily noticeable ways. And here we have the credits showing you all the cutscenes. Because why not? You're gonna be... It helps make people actually watch through all of these credits and see. And so people's names are actually seen by people, even though they're not necessarily internalized by anyone. It's just too much information for you to actually pay attention to. It's weird though that the cutscenes produced not in order. It's just sort of like a random assortment of the cutscenes, rather than just giving you like a resample of all of the things that you saw. I just noticed that it's also making reflections in the bottom there. So it's kind of like you're in a movie theater experience. It's just a subtle effect. It's just really cool that they've decided to just make that like reflection onto the, I'm assuming, obsidian floor. And just small effects like that just help creating implied physical space, or that's just a good film and animation trick. The little reflections and shadows and how you use that to create implied physical space this is just a good example of how even the smallest effect can make a huge difference in the way that you interpret and understand the way that the animation is framed. I don't remember if there's anything after the credits, but we're staying there anyways, because we've already gone about half an hour over time, so there's no reason not to. And next time on the deep dive, we'll be starting with a little bit of a different thing. I don't think I'm going to be going through a full game anytime soon again, though we are going to do long sequences of very specific parts of games. Starting next with an analyzation of the first level, the prologue and the first level of Demon's Souls, talking about how revolutionary that entire system is and what level design things were done super well in order to make it work. And there we are. There's the fin. And this will also be the end of the deep dive on Final Fantasy XIII. So thank you everyone who is watching, and I hope to see you again in whatever else we choose to do in the future. Yes, I will save my progress.